Welcome back. Can't believe start of episode 3 already. Promise there'll be more Slayer in this episode since that is the overall goal of the account. Here we are just completing the 9th streak assignment. So let's go to our 10th task and hopefully it won't be something too difficult. Let's see what we get. 77 ogres. I think I'm going to postpone this until I get a cannon, unfortunately. It is the day of release of Varlamore Part 3, and of course, I had to go explore all the new areas and some of the new content, and the thing I'm most excited for as of now, because I'm pretty low level, is honestly this fletching activity, and it's going to be pretty great because I still need to get some fletching levels for a Myth Grapple, which I'll need for quite a few things down the road. So I think eventually I'll come back here. I actually just don't have too many logs to continue this for too long right now. Still trying to get money for a cannon, and here's level 55 smithing along the way. Alright, well I ran out of bars and I need to go get some more, but first I have enough points for the double ammo mold, so I'm pretty excited about this as it'll cut the amount of time I need to spend making cannonballs in half. So hopefully this will be one of the most used items that I have. Level 25 farming. Just wrapping up the Merlin's Crystal quest, and of course we're going to start the Holy Grail quest right away because it gives some much needed prayer and defense experience. Here's the big level 20 herblore. Well, I have just enough golden nuggets for the Prospector helmet, which is a requirement for the Falador Hard achievement diary, so let's go to the mining guild and check that off. Well, I guess I need level 60 mining to do this. I had forgot about that. And I'm only at level 54, so we'll come back to this later. Alright, it's time to do 3 quests at the same time again. First one is the feud, the tourist trap, and we're going to start the golem until we have to leave the desert. Alright, we're just returning Anna to her mom to finish out the tourist trap, and I think the most common skill here is agility for the rewards. Usually it's where you go on when you're lower agility to skip some early levels, but I'm already high agility. So I'm not even going to get a level out of this, unfortunately. And here is the feud completed as well for 15,000 thieving experience. Don't quite get level 50 out of that, but we're going to finish that off soon so we can go get some more money on Varlamore. There's level 50 thieving, which is what we need for wealthy citizens on Varlamore. So I'll be heading there before long, and I need some money for cannon, and they also have a decent rate of easy clues, as well as being good AFK time. I'm trying to get into Shiloh Village for a couple things, and of course first I have to finish off Jungle Potion, so there it is. Well, I was already in the area for some quests, so decided to mage this greater demon down to low health, and the only demon bane weapon I have is the Silverlight, so there's 2 more combat tasks completed. Shiloh Village is completed for some much welcome crafting experience. And if you didn't already know, sell your stuff at the end of Shiloh Village. This guy that you start one small favor with, it's like 3,000 GP or something like that. It's not much at all, but you already got to come here to start some quests. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the red topaz for the achievement diary, and then we're going to do some fishing and probably get down to 45 or 50 fishing just to cook some fish while we go over to get the rogue's outfit. Level 40 fishing. Here's level 45 fishing, and I think I'll probably call that good for now. First attempt at Rogue's Den, so surely I can't fail this. Let's see how it goes. And, well, unfortunately, we failed it. See if we can get lucky on round number 2, and there it is, the crate we are looking for. Just a short time later, there is the last and the final crate. I have banked them all, haven't redeemed any of them yet for the collection log. And I'm just shy of level 40 cooking, so I'm going to finish that off before we continue on with anything else either. So we're at the bank. We're going to pull these out, and then we're going to make sure that redeem only 1 piece of each, making sure that I don't fat finger this, because that would be a real pain to have to go back in there. But the full rogue's outfit has been obtained. Level 40 cooking. I needed a better spot in the wilderness to obtain some higher level runes like Nature's Laws and eventually Soul Runes. So I'm gonna do this little, not even technically a mini quest, but I gotta talk to this guy and solve essentially a Sudoku puzzle, and then we'll be able to access some better runes. And I'm just placing the last rune here. We're gonna open this casket, and then we're gonna view what's in there. These are actually cheaper than if you close out of it and go back into the shop. So for now, I'm just getting the natures and laws. That's all I need. I'm going to go back and probably get 100 or 200 nature runes and go to the mage training arena to see how high of a level we can get. Okay, I wound up with just over 200 nature runes, and they did some updates to the mage training arena recently, but this still is not very fun on mobile because there's no plugins. You kind of have to figure out where things are and hope you get it right, and it doesn't take you too long to get there. Well, I used every last nature rune that I had. Started at 31 magic. We wound up with 7,100 coins. So we got 14,000 magic experience from that deposit, 71 points, and that gets us to 39. So I wish it was a little higher, but that gets us at least some teleports around the game. So everything will be a little easier to get to now. All right, finally turning this in because I was here for a clue. Holy Grail is completed, which will get us to level 30 prayer and 32 defense, as well as 46 combat now. Level 30 farming. Still trying to get that cannon. Here's level 60 smithing, which is actually a great level because now we don't have to pay every single world top at blast furnace. So looking forward to that. Here's level 60 mining, which gets me access to the mining guild, which if you remember earlier, I couldn't get in there for the Falador achievement diary task. So let's go knock that out really quick. Level 46 hunter, so I can now access the hunters guild and start doing some rumors. So I don't think I'll actually do any birdhouse runs in the future. First rumor of the account is a prickly kebbit, which is, I believe, a deadfall trap, which means this is going to take probably a long time. Level 55 thieving. Just killed the demon for the Shadow of the Storm quest, and of course we're going to use this on ranged, and that gets us to level 29 ranged now. Big chompy bird hunting is completed. First ever Tears of the Gothics completed for some Herblore experience, level 25. Well, I was in the area for a clue, so might as well continue Dragon Slayer 1 to get a couple map pieces, and I'll finish this eventually. Here is level 65 smithing. Well, looking at the inventory, I have 750,000 GP, which is exactly what I need to obtain a cannon. So, I think I'm going to stay here for a little while, see if I can get a couple clue scrolls because I'm already here, as well as get a little bit more gold so I'm not all the way out of money once I buy that. And then work way over there. I got impatient waiting for clue scrolls because I was really excited about getting a cannon. So we made our way over here. We're going to buy this for 750,000 gold. Don't buy the individual pieces because it costs more money. And then now our Slayer grind can actually begin. Corsair Curse quest is now completed. Here is level 35 ranged. I wish the cannon hit a little better here, but it doesn't because my low range level and my magic is even worse. Well, I ran out of cannonballs. I only had, 1,500 made or so. I don't quite recall, but I have 3 left on task of these ogres, and I have enough ensouled heads. So let's go do that, get some extra prayer experience, and finish the task. Well, I decided to just kill 3 super quick over here by Castle Wars. There it is, the first earned Slayer points ever on the account aside from the quest. So before I go to new one though, there's some other things I need to do, such as claiming some rewards from the achievement diaries. I've had this done for a while, but the Lumbridge Easy Diary is completed, so it'll give some run energy restoration, which is pretty great. Well, this reward is probably the least useful out of all of them for now. However, it does give some free experience, although it's not as much as the others, unfortunately. The last diary completed for now is the Varrock Diary. I almost forgot to use these reward lamps, but the first one will give us 1,000, the other 2 will give us 2,500 each, which will get us up to just shy of level 34 Slayer. And here we are doing 3 quests at the same time again. First is Ghosts Ahoy, the second is Creature of Frankenstein, or however you say that, and the second one is just the first part of Animal Magnetism. Ghosts Ahoy completed for some much welcome prayer experience. Alright, I recently got 30 prayer and I had just shy of 100 big bones in the bank. So we're here, we're going to bless them and break them down into bone shards and see what prayer level we get. Only got about 1,000 bone shards, but here is level 35 prayer. Well, I need nature runes for lots of things and I need a rune axe still. So what better place to go than to kill some spirit trees? Well, unfortunately, I only got 71 nature runes while I was here, but there's a rune axe, so there's no need to continue on. Here's level 50 Hunter. Animal magnetism completed, and now use Ava's device. I still need 45 farming to get into the farming guild and start doing some contracts so I can get some more herb and better herb seeds. So what better place than the Tithe farm? I have no idea what kind of experience rates we'll get here. I did not look this up beforehand. I can only do the lowest level seed and fruit here, so let's see what we can do. Didn't take terribly long, but here's 100 fruit, and we only got 9,000 experience. That's a lot less than I was expecting. So I'm going to be here for a little while longer. Since there's no plugins that show timers on these, I think the best method is just 20 while you're mobile. I experimented a little bit, so I wound up with 206. But that gets up to level 43 farming, and I think I have enough trees and other things planted for level 45. I wound up with 107 points, which honestly isn't too bad. Want the herb sack eventually, but for now, we'll just do auto weed. I've never had this on any account. I've never been bothered to come here, so don't know how it works, but there it is, auto weed bot, and I'm looking forward to not having to rake things in the future. Let's hand in this, which is a big moment because that is my 10th contract completed, or rumor. So now I have access to the whistle, which can get back here a lot quicker. Let's check this health. 45 farming. Now have access to the farming guilds. Let's go see what contract we can get. First contract ever in the farming guild on this account is some red berries. 2 more subquests and recipe for disaster completed, handing in the stew to Evil Dave and the cake to the Lumbridge Guide. So let's put us with 4 more, and I can do 2 of them pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to moving up and getting some actual better gloves to use. Getting a head quest completed, and I honestly just now realized it's a play on words for ahead because you have to get ahead of the headless beast. Back at the farming guild, and just bought auto weed recently, but some weeds grew back. So I guess I need to look into why that is not happening. Apparently, when you buy this, it automatically is deactivated. I don't know why they do that. I just bought it. Of course I want to use it, but now we have auto weed officially in use. If you ever get an otherworldly beings task, just do yourself the favor and skip it. This is not worth it. If you look at the wiki, it says great task for Ironman. It's not. Not worth it. Don't do it. I don't know why these are a thing. Well, we now have enough Stardust for all the rewards in the shop here. So there's a Star Fragment. I'm going to sell back. I don't care about cosmetics. We're going to immediately buy the ring, and then we're going to buy a gem bag and a soft clay thing. So that is now green logged. Well, I just got my first giant key. I need 5 of these total for the combat achievements, so hopefully it won't take too long to get those. But they're fairly easy once I get some more prayer levels, and then I think after that I will actually have enough tasks done to be able to get the easy combat achievements completed. Up to my 20th task already, which is cockatrice, or however you say that. These are actually super nice because they drop medium clues fairly often, so I'm looking forward to these. Oh, finally, I need this for a clue step, and it took 85, and that's like 3, almost 4 times the drop weight, if I remember correctly, so can't believe this took so long to get. Level 40, crafting. Ran out of volcanic ash, and of course I need some more for farming, so this will a little over 500, and it'll give us 10 bins at the farming guild. We're going to talk to Elise here for the easy Corrend achievement diary completed. And we're going to complete the Falador Easy Achievement Diary as well. And of course, I didn't use the lamps right away again. So they're both going to go on Slayer. Both of these will get us 2,500 experience, which will get us up to level 40 Slayer now. 20 Slayer tasks is completed for some more points. I only wound up 2 medium clues, so that's a little disappointing, but I never had to leave because of the update with stackable clues. It's been many years since I've been assigned a Molinisk, or however you say that name, but I just didn't know they dropped a Mole Claw, so here we are filling out some boss logs already. Isn't that nice? Just a reminder that if you don't want to come back down under here for the Pirate Pete's RFD quest, get the 2 collection logs from the crowds who are down here. Well, a little over the rate, but there is the fresh crab shell, so let's get going. Will I be the first person ever at level 42 crafting? 'Cause that's the minimum needed for this quest unless you boost to not break the shells here or the claw. The helmet's made and we broke the claw, unfortunately, but that's okay because we don't need that for the collection log. Okay, this is not the greatest idea, but I need 6 Slayer levels to be able to get to the calcified deposits for some more prayer, and wilderness is almost always cannonable. So we're gonna do a couple of these and hope that we don't get killed. Our first task is Scorpion, super easy. As expected, nothing in particular happened on that Scorpion task. Now we got Rogues, and that is a easy skip. Time for our weekly Herblore training of Tears of Gothics, and we're up to level 30 now. It's not too often I encounter PKers at the Ice Warriors and Deep Wilderness on other accounts, so I decided I'd give it a go. If you stand where I am and then place the cannon here, it is technically a safe spot because the one there on just the west side at the bottom of the screen is blocked by the rocks, so it's actually not too bad of a task. Next task, we get Rogues again, which we will be skipping again. I don't know why I decided to, but I decided that I needed to kill a Lava Dragon for the Wilderness Diary. I have enough runes for probably 1 or 2 more, so I think I'll just telegraph the loot and chill over here and hope for no PKers. See what we can get in the next 2 kills. Here's another one done. Ooh, a level battle staff. That's actually probably one of the better drops I can get at this stage of the account. Well, I can now boost to make some dig site pendants for easier seaweed runs, as well as make a strength amulet. Well, I got lava dragons for a Slayer task. I don't like these particularly because of how many PKers there are, but I'll probably try it and see how it goes. And here is Garden of Tranquility done for some farming experience. The recruitment drive is completed for some welcome herblore and prayer experience. I've never had Protect Magic before I've fought Elvar for the Dragon Slayer quest, so I'm looking forward to this, how easy it's going to be, and I got some butterflies through some hunter rumors to just kind of boost my stats. I'm hoping I don't use any food, which would be pretty nice. Well, I didn't have to use any food. We're actually going to have to eat some food to clear out the inventory for the head. We're going to go turn this in and see what kind of defense level we can get up to. Alright, so we just turned in the head to complete Dragon Slayer 1. Almost 19,000 experience in strength and defense. That'll get us a few levels, 47 strength, 39 defense, 54 combat now. I think that's a pretty good spot to end video number 3. Just a quick update. We're up to 45 easy clues, 18 beginners, as well as a bunch of other things. And we're up to almost 1,100 total with almost 5 days of playtime and 78 quests completed. If you want to see me potentially die in the wilderness as I'm trying to kill some lava dragons, why don't you tune in next time, give me a like, leave me a comment, and hit that subscribe button. Thanks.